Witam Was serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z Hogwarts Legacy i dzisiaj przed nami kolejna dawka zaklęć. No, teraz zmierzamy na lekcję profesora Sharpa, gdzie uzyskamy zaraz za wykonanie zadań Zdążymy coś zrobić? To się może zrobić. 15 sekund, proszę bardzo. Otrzymamy oczywiście kolejne czary.
Have you finished your assignments?
Oczywiście.
I finished the tasks, Professor.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but you... I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with Diffindo. Wand at the ready.
W jak najlepszej.
Focus. Diffindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention.
No kurczę, wygląda groźnie.
Very good. It seems you have a grasp on Diffindo. I would encourage you once again to practice here in the classroom, for your sake and that of everyone else.
I oczywiście, tam już czeka na nas manekin. Jak my sobie będziemy gotowieni, to sobie zrobimy, o, niech się tworzą. Im więcej, tym lepiej. No dobrze, oczywiście musimy zmienić sobie zaklęcie. Tu jest. I zobaczmy, co to potrafi.
It's a pleasure to have a student who actually heeds instruction.
Expelliarmus.
Ale długo się ładuje. Tak, długo się ładuje.
Diffindo.
As I mentioned earlier, Diffindo can be versatile but dangerous. Good to see you continuing to practice.
Wyśmienicie. Coś nam jeszcze powiesz?
Professor Sharp, do you have a moment?
Depends on how you intend to use it.
I saw an aura badge on your desk and was wondering if you could tell me more about your time as an aura.
Observant. I suppose I could indulge you for a moment. Spent years tracking down reprobates who dealt in
czy nas
artifacts
przy
of dark
siebie?
magic origin.
That seems a bit more dangerous than teaching potions.
Often, yes. Though I've seen some remarkably creative concoctions brewed in my class. I enjoyed a great deal of success as an aura. However, success can make one complacent if one's confidence is not tempered by humility. One overstep in battle changed everything.
May I ask what happened?
Yes, well, I suppose it's a matter of record. My partner and I had tracked a suspect to a harbor in Scarborough, trying to smuggle shrunken heads of all things. I had deduced that he was working alone. I was mistaken, and they knew we were coming. From the moment we stepped onto the ship, well, I barely escaped with my life. My partner wasn't so lucky.
I suppose being an aura is dreadfully dangerous. I'm sorry.
It is at that. But survival is not guaranteed for any of us. Pay attention. And not just within my class. This is what I must impress upon you all. A potion and a poison may be a mere breath apart, until you consume the wrong one.
Well said, Professor.
No, ciekawa historia. A czy my możemy wdepnąć na ścieżkę Aurora? Ewidentnie tutaj nam chyba to najlepiej by przypasowało, tak mi się wydaje. Zerknijmy na zajęcia. Jeszcze jakieś tutaj mieliśmy zajęcia z wróżbiarstwa. Dokładnie tak, już się tam wybieramy. Czy ja się kiedyś nauczę, żeby od razu klikać zlokalizuj na mapie? Ojej, to zaraz obok. No to nawet nie musimy, prawdę mówiąc. Mhm. Okej.
What are you up to now?
Gdzie nas to pokieruje? Już mamy tyle zaklęć, że ja będę musiała zmieniać to wszystko. I chyba posłużymy się po prostu kolorami. Chociaż na przykład lewiosa nam się przyda, przyciąganie i wtedy uderzanie. No to całkiem się udawało przez dłuższy czas. Proszę bardzo, to my idziemy tu do góry. I żadnego kurcze klucza. Szkoda. No tak, tu sobie kiedyś sami zwiedzaliśmy. Te sale i komnaty. O, proszę. To jest dopiero wejście na zajęcia. Proszę bardzo. No, to już się nudzi. Który to? Nie, nie, nie. To nie to, że tak powiedział i zaraz chcieliśmy się stąd zmyć.
Revelio.
Który to jest ten maruda?
Duncan owes his reputation to you.
Znamy to z Harry'ego Pottera. Hermiona z tych zajęć uciekła. Natomiast Harry, no kurczę, przeżył mały szok tutaj. Znaczy, no wiem, że to była inna nauczycielka, ale...
So knowledgeable.
Wszyscy sobie wróżą z fusów. Dobrze.
I hope those assignments were challenging enough for you.
Coś
I've
czuję, że ona
completed
da
all
nam
my
te
tasks,
zadania na
Professor
małpki.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
Widzę triumf, wyczuwam zagrożenie. No, to jest akurat pewne. Widzę potęgę.
I can't get rid of this feeling of a coming danger.
I see. Know that such omens are not damning if they can at least prepare us. And you are preparing yourself even now. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things.
Dobrze, że nam
Channel
idzie
your magic towards your targets.
tak łatwo na lekcjach.
You have it! Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy?
Okej.
Descendo!
Excellent. I think you have it.
Compulso! Descendo!
At some
Czyli-
point, you must stop preparing and put your newly honed skills to the test. outside of the classroom.
Dobra, chyba już ją irytujemy, widzę.
Professor, do you have a moment?
I do?
I was wondering how you decided to teach divination.
The art of divination is an important yet often misunderstood branch of magic. Those of us who possess the sight are rare, and, as is often the case with the unique among us, we can frequently be misread, even feared. When I was granted the opportunity to teach others about my gift and the good it can do, I was most grateful.
I see. Natty told me that you and she moved here from Uganda, where she had attended Wagadu.
Yes, Natsai and I both loved Uganda and Wagadu, but we are happily settled here now. I had foreseen such a change, but did not know the details until it occurred. I was glad of the outcome. You would be wise to remember that the consequences of our actions are complex. And so, divining what is to come is not as simple as gazing into a crystal ball or studying the bottom of a teacup.
I find it truly intriguing, even if I don't fully understand it.
Intriguing. That is one word for it. And I'm certain you will come to understand many things more deeply in the days ahead. You are a student at Hogwarts, after all. It cannot have escaped you that we in the Wizarding world are forever navigating the seemingly inexplicable.
Of course, Professor.
Now, I know that we both have places to be. Not because I have the sight, mind you, but because I am a professor and you are a student. I have enjoyed our conversation.
No dobrze, czyli mamy sobie pokuśtykać stąd. O, tak wam powiem. No tu kuśtykamy. Zaklęcie mamy. Proszę bardzo. Cyk. O, jakie tu płomienie są fioletowe. I mamy misję. Co my tu mamy jeszcze? Proszę, jak się skurczyły ładnie. Teraz tak, wskoczyło nam jeszcze zadanie numer 2 od Madame Kogawy i tu mamy znów zniszczyć balony. Klucze, to tu nic nie zrobimy, więc możemy ewentualnie zrobić te balony, ale skoro tu jesteśmy, to jest to nasze główne, też główne i może zajęcia o zwierzętach. Tam nas jeszcze nie było. Proszę, tak to zrobimy. Czyli na zewnątrz. No dobrze. Tylko jak tu się teraz przeprowadzić na zewnątrz szybciej? I tu jakieś zadanie widzę dodatkowe nam wskoczyło. W wielkiej sali. Brzmi kusząco i zdążylibyśmy zrobić 2, więc... O, zwłaszcza, że tam byliśmy. Zobaczymy, co tam się dzieje. Ktoś potrzebuje naszej pomocy. Byle, żeby to nie był pierwszoklasista. Jakiś pierwszoroczniak. Kurczę.
Revelio.
Proszę bardzo. Jak tu ładnie. Właśnie, słuchajcie, my się musimy wybrać znów do biblioteki, by... Kurczę, wszyscy wcinają, widzę. Gdzieś to było nieopodal, podobno, to zadanie. Gdzie ono jest? A, aż tutaj. Okej. Trytona woda zmącona. Kurczę, to właśnie, to były trytony. To ja nie wiem, czy ja chcę się tam wybierać. Słuchajcie. Czekajcie. No się przenieśmy jeszcze raz. Nie wiem, czemu ta flaga akurat tutaj była pokazana. Trochę to mylące. Ale z trytonami podobno nie ma żartów. No słuchamy.
Going for a swim?
goodness, no. Though I'm beginning to think I really should learn how to swim. Can't very well be liaison to the mer people if I don't know how to swim.
You're a liaison to the mer people.
Well, not technically, no. At least not yet. The position doesn't actually exist at the moment, but I have a plan to change that. I'm Nerida, by the way. Nerida Roberts. We
Wkrótce
didn't
martwa.
officially meet, but we duelled in the Cross Swans Club.
Yes, of course. Good to see you again.
And you.
You seem quite interested in mer people.
I am. And they're as misunderstood and disregarded by wizard kind as goblins and centaurs are. I feel that if goblins and centaurs have liaison officers at the ministry, then the mer people should have one too.
I'm impressed. I think reaching out to the mer people is a grand idea.
You do?
Nie pchaj jej w wodę.
Oh, thank you. Of course, I haven't exactly done anything just yet. I presented them with a gift a few weeks ago, and they wanted to leave me one as well, in one of their caves. Reciprocity and an offer to visit. I tried telling them I couldn't swim, but I'm afraid that bit got lost in translation. Mermish really is tricky.
Ciekawe, co zostawili, aż jestem ciekawa.
What is it about the mer people that interests you so much?
I can't begin to tell you how brilliant they are. I mean, rumour is that tales about them have infiltrated even the Muggle world. The oldest known mer people, sirens, come from Greece. And of course Scotland has Selkies and Ireland is home to Merrows. I could go on for ages about them. Their glorious underwater communities, domestication of sea life, their art and music. It's a travesty how little is understood about them.
What do you imagine a liaison to the mer people would do?
Oh, so many things. I want to know everything I can about them. After I've mastered swimming, I perfect my mermish, of course, and I'd share with them anything they wanted to know about wizard kind. My hope is that by understanding each other better, both of our societies could grow.
How has wizard kind fallen short in its treatment of mer people?
Well, we've consistently deigned mer people as being beneath us despite the many similarities between our cultures. One can hardly blame them for declining being status by the ministry years ago. Who are we to classify those of such beauty and intelligence?
Well, I can swim and could help you if you'd like.
You'd really do that? Oh, thank you! Thank you, thank you! The last thing I want is for them to think I'd shunned their gift. Diplomacy is a delicate dance. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can dive down to their cave from just there in the water.
Okej.
I can't wait to hear about what you find. One day soon I'll see for myself.
Szkoda, że
I
nie
just
możemy...
know it.
O Jezu, jak ona jest zakręcona. Szkoda, że nie możemy nurkować normalnie. No ale najwidoczniej stworzenie nam tam świata, no i tyle. Ale do jaskini może się uda. Mam nadzieję tylko, że to coś przyjemnego. O kurczę. O proszę.
Look at this place. Did the mer people really leave Nerida an artifact?
A ile ciem tu jest? Czy tam motyli? Jak zwał, tak zwał. Nie mogę tędy wyjść? No dobra, spróbujmy, poczekajcie. Na pewno Lumos jest nam potrzebny.
Now then, I'll need you to come with me.
A, poczekaj, bo teraz nam to jeszcze jest potrzebne. Zaklęcie. Najpierw to spalimy, wiesz? Okej. Teraz się przesiądziemy z powrotem tutaj.
Lumos!
Nie wiem, czy ty... A ty już nie polecisz, tak? Czyli po sztuczce możemy ze sobą zabrać.
Now for the rest of you.
No dobrze. O, tu też mamy pajęczynkę.
Incendio! Lumos.
Zobaczcie, co tu jest. Ale mają ząbki. Ja dziękuję za tych trytonów. Ale skubana musi z nimi jakoś rozmawiać, skoro wie, że coś jest zostawili w tej jaskini. Tu jest taki sam? Tak, tylko bardziej zarośnięty. No, poczekajcie. Tu już było widać wszystko.
What do we have in here then? Revelio. Narada will be happy about this.
Trytoński artefakt, no to kurczę jednak. Pytanie. Czy my możemy go sobie zatrzymać? I czym mamy go w ogóle w ekwipunku? A w inwentarzu pewnie będzie. Tak jest, proszę bardzo. Artefakt trytonów, ale co daje? Nie jest powiedziane. No dobrze. O, się dziewczyna ucieszy. A może sprawi, że będzie potrafiła pływać? Ej, to by było ciekawe. Chyba się droczył z nami, słuchajcie. No w końcu.
Your gift from the Mer people was exactly where they said it would be.
Oh, that's wonderful news. I was so worried I'd left it too long and they'd seen it as a slight. Our relationship with them is already so tenuous.
Then I'm glad we helped to foster some healthy diplomatic relations.
Merlin's beard. It's marvelous. I'm going to show it to everyone, including the ministry. Should I hand deliver it or send by owl? Thank you again so much. You may have just helped improve relations between wizard kind and mer people for decades to come. I can't wait to study this.
No kurczę, wolałabym, żeby poczuła, że nie wiem, potrafi pływać i wskoczyła do wody i pomachała nogami jak delfinek, nie wiem. Może to by było ciekawsze. No dobra, to mamy to. To teraz tak, zajęcia o zwierzętach. W ten sposób. Aha, ale to chyba możemy polatać, prawda? Będzie szybciej. O, jak tam się pedelka zabija. To był kawałek drogi. Dobra, zwolnij, zwolnij. Tutaj się dziwne rzeczy dzieją. Nie zdąży wyrobić. Czyżby to było? A nie, jednak nie. O, gdzie nas ścieżka prowadzi? Tam już byliśmy, w tej jaskini. Co najciekawsze. Tym już obracaliśmy. Także spokojnie. Ej, ten smok rusza ogonem. Jakoś umknęło to mojej uwadze, prawdę mówiąc. I zieje. Może nie zieje ogniem, ale... Tu byliśmy. Tu też sala główna, znamy ją bardzo dobrze. Tak się zastanawiam. Ten smok wygląda trochę jak ten, który lata gdzieś tam nad szkołą. Przynajmniej jest na mapie pokazane. Tak, to jest ten trzeci raz. Jakoś tak za każdym razem się to miło ogląda. Proszę bardzo. No hej, hello.
How would you like to learn the knockback jinx flipendo? Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
Przecież ja nie wyrobię z tymi zaklęciami. Słuchajcie, jak oni tyle ich będą nam tutaj podrzucać. O! O! Czyżby? Proszę bardzo, w końcu nam drzwi odblokują. Tych, których potrzebowaliśmy, chociażby do... O! Ja już myślałam. Strasznie ładna jest ta sala. Z tym światłem. Jest... no cudnie jest zrobiona. Gdzieś tu zabłądziłam. Tu trzeba jeszcze w dół iść. Proszę bardzo. A, nie w tą mańkę skręciłam.
Well done indeed.
No to takie przy chatce Hagrida. Proszę bardzo. To może być ciekawe.
Revelio.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience.
No dobrze, co my mamy? Mamy tutaj Geralta. Szczotka dla zwierząt służy do opiekowania się magicznymi zwierzętami. Gdzie my mamy przydzielić szczotkę? Czekajcie, bo teraz to ja nie wiem, co tu się dzieje. Czy musimy najpierw czesać zwierzęta, żeby je zadomowić? Tak to wygląda, słuchajcie. Mamy szczotkę. Aha. Okej.
That's lovely.
No to
I'm sure he
petujemy.
feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
No i super.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast.
No na
And
początek
please,
dostaliśmy
do be
puszkę.
careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
Kukuchary.
This way. The measles are over here.
Okej, to są takie... Myślałam, że to coś a la gęś, a to są koty.
Couple of these or whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone.
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the measles just as you did with Gerald.
Zwierzę nie jest gotowe na kontakt? Chyba musimy tu wejść, co? Okej. Czyszemy 2? Czyszemy 2, proszę bardzo. Możemy nawet 3 czesać. Co za... Bez różnicy. Teraz damy mu jeść. Proszę bardzo.
The measles really took to you.
I
They know
ty.
a good egg when they see one.
I ty.
As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now,
Nakarmimy je
where
miłością,
is
proszę
our
bardzo.
new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Tak, wiem, świetnie mi poszło.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
I need to talk to you. Come here.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise.
No dobrze, to kogo nam pokaże? Ale ładnie wygląda ta szkoła, proszę bardzo. No piękna jest. O każdej porze dnia i nocy. A, czy ona nas prowadzi do sowiarni? Chociaż to...
Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you.
No dobra. Ej, tutaj też byliśmy. Juna
Don't
nam
worry,
pokaże
we're nearly
żaby.
there. It's just ahead.
Czekajcie, coś tu było, tylko nie pamiętam co dokładnie. Oho, dzieje się.
Stand back.
O nie!
Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent?
A to najpierw pokłon trzeba
Go
złożyć,
on, introduce
pamiętacie?
yourself to her.
No
But be
właśnie.
careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
Czy ona da nam się, no może nie osiodłać, ale coś mi się wydaje, że to miejsce w ekwipunku to jest przeznaczone dla niej.
So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
My już takich kłusowników, nie wiem, czy pamiętacie, ubiliśmy i to nie jednych, ale coś czuję, że będzie trzeba ich ubić jeszcze raz. Tyle, że z tą różnicą, że pewnie teraz będziemy mogli uwolnić te zwierzęta, które trzymali w klatkach. No dobrze, słuchajcie, no to mamy kolejną lekcję ze sobą, kolejne czary, tym razem czesanie i karmienie zwierząt, przyzwyczajanie ich do siebie. Ale na resztę umawiamy się w następnym odcinku, na który oczywiście serdecznie Was zapraszam. A do tego czasu trzymajcie się ciepło. Hej, hej.